welcome back to Budgeting Abroad. I'm Chrissy. Thank you so much for coming along. I've had a couple of new, by a couple I mean a couple, but I've had a couple of new subscribers, so I'm always appreciative of anyone who watches my videos. I started this channel last month actually, so very new. But just to document my cash stuffing journey, literally from the very beginning, and seeing if I can basically use these videos as a way to hold myself accountable and hopefully get out of debt. So if that sounds like something that interests you, if you'd like to follow along, then I would love it if you gave it a like or subscribe. I always forget to say that, so I thought I'll throw that in. But anyway, today I've got some side hustle money. I don't have all the money that I earned this month because I have some expenses that I'm meant to be repaid for and it's not come into my account. So I don't actually want to take out all of the side hustle money because I'm afraid that I'll run short. So I'm waiting for the expense money to come through. So, but I need to stuff the money that I have because I've got a couple of things coming. So we're just gonna work with what we've got today. So we'll jump right in, and I have already done. So I have basically what I've done is I have some money that was in my back to bank envelope from like spending from my envelopes, from my health envelope, or just different things. And so I've kept it in the back to bank. And when I've earned side hustle money, rather than taking it out of the bank, I've just taken it out of this envelope and moved it here. So that's the cash that I have. It's basically cash that was already stuffed in an envelope. And I did that because I wanted to keep my 10s and 5s and kind of recycle them. So I've got quite a bit, but not fully. So we'll have a look. Let's count up what we've got. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And I've got my new placeholders in from Endless Budgets and Designs. So that's 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Which is great. And all of this money came from, where did it come from? I sold a couple things on Vinted. I had about, I think like close to £17 that I downloaded from Custard from literally playing games on my phone. I put the referral in there. If you're someone who plays games on your phone, I kid you not, you can get paid for it. I've done it 2 months in a row now. I've had between 20 and 40 pounds. So I will say yes, as long as they want a couple of quid at a time. Why not? I'm playing the games anyway. And then I had £50 from, I have a little like makeup skincare business. Business is a loose term because I don't really promote it a lot, but I do have a few clients and I like purchasing the product. So I earn some commission on my own purchases. So that's where this money has come from. As I say, there's a bit in the bank that I didn't withdraw, so that will just come next month. I don't think I need a calculator, but I'm worried about not having it. I also don't have, so I have switched things up. So I'm going to set aside some money because I now have a challenge binder and I've set that up in what was my personal binder. So I'll show you that. So I put in first, this is the Whatever the Weather from the Queen Bee Makes. And what I'm doing is, so this isn't a challenge, I'm just using this weekly. So you can see, I put in, shall I just pull it out so you can see it? I don't know how well you can see it through the envelope. Anyway, so I've made rainy days, cloudy days, and partly cloudy days £1. Because obviously that is most of the time and I couldn't afford more often. Then if it's a thunderstorm, a sunny day, or a windy day, I've made it £2. And then if it's snowing or like, I guess that's like sleet, like a mix of snow and rain, then £3. And if I see a rainbow, £5. So, and then just each day I've just given a little mark, put the cloud, those are clouds in case you're wondering. I've just put what the weather is each day and how much I'm saving. And then at the end of the week, which will actually, I guess, be Friday. But whenever then, I'll tally up what I've saved for that week. And then each time I do my reset, I'll stuff that amount in here. And that I've designated for Christmas, and I've sort of worked out what's the minimum amount. So if they were all £1, what would I save, just so I can sort of estimate what was going towards my Christmas fund in terms of budgeting. And then I've put in some challenges that I've got in, and each one I've assigned for something. So we're going to come back to this. I'll show you that in a moment. And then I've got my girls' weekend stuff here at the back, which was a freebie from Endless Budgets and Designs. Now, I did have some other personal cash stuffing envelopes in this binder, but obviously I just have too many envelopes. So I have another binder coming, but it's just slow. So hopefully it'll come in a week. So I have some envelopes where I will have to stuff in, and they're literally just sitting on the side of my desk. So anyway, right. So first with this money, let's just jump into it. So I'm going to set aside, well, no, let's just do, the first thing I need to do is, of course, something I don't have a binder for. I'm getting my nails done next week. I put my little bonfire night in there, but I'm not going to use that for this one because I've already partially stuffed it. So after I get my nails done, I'll use that to save for the next time. But anyway, it's going to be £32, and I have 20 already saved. So I'm going to add to that a 10 and then 2 of these to make that the 32 that I need. So then I'm ready for next week for my nail appointment, which I am very excited for because I haven't had my nails done in a very long time. And I don't know if it's something I'll keep up with all the time, but it just appealed to me. So that's my nails. And then I want to put £50 minimum into my challenges. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So I have 50 there. What else do I have here then? 5, 10, 15, 20. So I still have another 25. Right. So let's have a look and see if there's any other things coming up for which I really need in the next week, because I will have, as I say, I've got some more side hustle money, but this is just for things that I do want to put 5 or 10. I'll just do 5. I want to put £5 in miscellaneous because I learned the hard way this month that if you don't have any sort of buffer, it's very hard to, if you're I hadn't had enough saved for my car wash. And so I had to borrow it from somewhere else anyway. If I'd had a buffer, that wouldn't have happened. So I'm going to keep a little buffer. These don't need anything. Those are all fine. I do want to put some in my debt binder, but let me just double check all of these. So this is my long-term sinking funds, which most of these get filled monthly, or they'll now get filled. I should put something in gifts. Let's do a 10. I will have money coming to Christmas anyway, but yeah. I want to keep adding to this little bits at a time if I can. Oh, I don't know if you can. Oh yeah, you can. And to make sure you could see. I hope you guys are doing well and having a good week. I have to confess, very sick of the gray, and actually kind of sick of the in-between. It's not cold enough for my heat to come on, and I'm really at the breaking point. Last night I turned it on for a couple of hours before bed just to turn the temperature up just so I could get a little bit of warmth, because my hands are cold all the time. So I'm kind of ready for winter. That sounds weird, but I'm just ready for, and maybe some sunshine. Right, so what do I have now? My Christmas saver, all these 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Is that right today? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Great, so £80. My goal is a minimum of 250. And as I say, that the weather one will go towards this. So every week, every month, I'll have another chunk to put in there, which is great. These things all get stuffed monthly. Now what's left? Because I definitely, so I want to put 10. I want to put, oh, I need to keep some of my 5s. Do I have 5s anywhere else? I'd like to put 10 in my, let me just take these because I want to put 10 into my debt binder. That leaves me 10. Now I'm going to the optometrist, but also my health envelope is empty. I think I'm just going to put 5 in the health envelope and leave it at that. I will have stuff to stuff in there, so when I get my other side hustle money, I'm still waiting on 2 honorariums. I think I have like £300 or £400 coming from that, so I'm not going to worry. But I was going to check if I have any folders that have 5s in, because I'd like some smaller bills, because my savings challenges are all empty. So it would be useful to have some 5s. Is that 5 in there? It's only 1 5. Sorry guys, I'm just quickly, I don't think there's going to be a 5 in there. No. I've condensed a little bit, but I think mostly there's just 1 5. Okay. Where might have some 5s? I think that's just 1. Yeah. Oh wait, this might. 2 5s would be amazing. No, there's only 1 5. That's going to be 10s, I'm sure. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, success. Great. I think just 2 5s, that should hopefully be enough change for me to, we'll see if it works. Right, so, no, let's do the debt binder and then we'll get into some games. Oh, I'm so excited to be using these things. So this one is going to go towards big debt, whether it's like credit card or, you know, something big. But let's do our first £10 now that I know how to open the envelopes. Oh, that feels so good. So like, feel like even small progress, but I am actually starting, you know. I don't know. Does it matter how they go? Is that going to annoy me? I think it's going to annoy me. Oh my gosh. Are you guys? I think it's going to annoy me if they're not all facing the same way. Okay, so there's 2 5s. Let me mark those off. Great to make a start. Cool. 2 down. I don't think that's going to smear, but I'm not good at the wafting. I'm not a professional wafter yet. Okay, now for the fun. I am really excited. Let's move things. I've got my little dice rolling tray, although my dog, when he was a puppy, got a hold of it, and now it won't snap close on that part, but it's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're all fine. Oh no, it's come out. Oh, it's not closed all the way, that's why. Hang on. It's all coming apart. So I have chosen 7 challenges, and then I've designated each one. I think the best way it's going to work for my brain is if each challenge has a purpose. So we'll just look as we go, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know if you can see. I move it like this. Is that better? Can you see that? I think so. Trying to figure out the best place to put everything. think I have more space on that side. Let me just look. Yes, that's much better. You don't need to see the, well, I can put that there though. Sorry, just figuring out the right configuration. Right, okay, so let's roll. Off we go. How exciting. Right, so 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oh, this is one of my favorites. This is So Many Books, So Little Time by Endless Budgets and Designs. And I've set this for school for my university fees. I won't be able to save £1,200 by January, but I am just gonna save what I can. So we'll put £5 in and mark off my first 5. How exciting. I thought the books were appropriate for saving for school fees. Right, we'll roll again. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, this is such a cute one. So this is the Cozy Jumper Mini Saver. It was a freebie that I got from my order from the Queen Bee Makes, and I've set this one for pet care. So that's like emergencies, like vet bill, unexpected vet bills, that sort of thing. And I'm gonna put 15 into that one. There goes all my 5s. So let's mark off. I'm trying to decide. I actually think I'm just going to put one cross instead of crossing them twice. That way I could actually reuse it because I could do it a second time. So I'm just going to cross it like that because I've not laminated them, and I'd like to use it more than once because it is just so cute. So I've got 15 now in there towards the pet care. Roll again. I've got 5. Gosh, high numbers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is going to eat my money because I've decided that I'm going to start with whatever the largest number I have money for. So I think this is going to go quick then. So this is Winter Bingo. This is one that I ordered from the Queen Bee Makes, and I've set this one to go towards extra credit card payments. And I did use a big one for it because I really do want to pay down my debt. So the biggest one I can do, oh, it's going to take my money, but I'm doing it, £20, because that is what I promised myself. So we're going to do 20. I think I'm going to color these ones in. Oh, that matches. Probably doesn't need to be colored in, but I just want to. Oh, my money's going to go quite quick doing it this way with doing the large ones. But my thought was if I get the big ones out of the way when I can afford to do so, then, you know, at the times when I can't. And my plan is to use this challenge binder basically. This month I finished paying for I had some dental work done, and I needed to pay £250 a month for the last year. And as of November, I won't have that payment anymore. So rather than just putting the money directly back into my budget, what I've decided to do is take £50 a week and set it aside to do in these savings challenges, because I'm used to not having that money anyway, so I don't think I'll miss it from my budget. And that means then I can have some fun with some of that money, and then the other additional 50 will just go back into the budget. But I think that's a good way of doing it. So I'm excited for that. And that's now £20 then additional towards my credit card debt. And all I've got left now are 1, 2, 3, 4, £5 in these little ones. So let's see what comes up. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this one. Right, so the highest number is a 6 on here. and I have 5. So as long as I don't roll a purple, I could literally do any of these. I wanted to start with the 10, but I don't have 10. So I think I'll risk it and roll the dice. And yeah, hopefully get something that's less than 6. Red, perfect. That is a 4. I'm loving this little challenge. I think it's so cute. And I have to confess, I like getting to color in. I think it's very satisfying. I know not everyone likes to coloring, but I really like it. So that's going in there along with 4 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're sticking together a little bit. So I've got 1 left. I think what I'll do is roll it. Oh, I should have said, so this is from Endless Budgets and Designs, the little fishy one, and I'm saving this money towards my book retreat, which is what these at the back are for. I'm gonna need, I wish I was able to put more in there today, because actually I'm gonna need to have a deposit soon for my accommodation. So yeah, it may be that I have to, you know, pay that ahead of time anyway. So that's what that's for. So I've got 1 left. So I think what I'm going to do is roll the dice, and if I can't use £1 and whatever I roll, then whatever is the next available challenge where I can use £1, that's where I will do it. 1. Oh, well, there you go. I can use £1 in this one. And that will be the end. I do love these. So how do you guys, when you're doing your savings challenges, what do you find most helpful? Do you like to just have a savings challenge and then you assign it after you are finished completing it? Or do you like to have like a goal in mind? I've set a goal for all of mine because I think, I mean, I'm so new, it's hard to know what will work for me, but I think I'll be motivated by knowing like what it's going towards, you know, and it'll feel like an accomplishment rather than sort of randomly just hoping I fill them. But maybe that will change as I get into it more. But so that means I've got 21 now in there for my credit card debt. So that's, gosh, the £50 goes quickly. But I think as some of these, particularly this one has got a larger one, and I did 15 in another one, didn't I? Yeah. So when some of those bigger ones go, then actually I'll get to a lot of the challenges. But I'm happy with that because basically I've chosen things to save for where I really do need extra money. So I think, but also things that for the most part, I don't need it immediately, other than maybe the book retreat. But I just know that I'm also going to be saving for that for a few months. So I might need 100 for the deposit or something, but I won't need the whole amount. So anyway, we'll figure that out. Anyway, I think that's it. I think I'm done. It goes so quick. I was so excited for it, and bish bash bosh. But anyway, thank you so much for joining in and following along. I hope that you found it useful, and if you enjoyed the video, then, you know, leave me a comment or like the video, subscribe, share it with a friend, whatever. It'd be great. It's always encouraging to me to get to talk to people who are on the same journey that I am, or, you know, sharing things that you're learning along the way. I hope you have a great day. Bye.